Alright, so today I'm going to be showcasing you guys the brand new Minecraft 1.19 update as fast as possible. I'm going to be showcasing hopefully the most important features of this update, so let's just start today's episode. So let's start talking about some brand new features within this update. Timestamps will be in the description down below, so if you just want to skip ahead, feel free to do that. The first thing I want to talk about are going to be the brand new biomes. We have received 2 brand new biomes and a brand new structure. So let's start with the Mangrove Swamp biome. This one is pretty cool, a brand new swamp biome with teal water, which is very nice. You can see of course the difference between regular water and the teal water. I really do like this watercolor. I think it just looks really nice and just blends in very nicely with the Minecraft world overall, so pretty happy about that. Usually I believe those are next to jungles or deserts, so definitely a very nice addition right here. Of course these contain a brand new tree, which are going to be the mangrove trees, and those are pretty nice to be honest. Definitely quite a huge fan of them. And of course I will showcase the brand new tree in a few minutes, so definitely stay tuned for that. Another thing I've noticed with this brand new biome is I wasn't able to find witch huts within it, so I assume this might only be reserved for the regular swamp, which is a little bit unfortunate, but I can kind of understand it. Another thing I wanted to point out is that you might be able to find some tropical fish within this biome, which I think is pretty cool to be honest. Kind of makes sense I guess, and overall definitely a very nice addition. And last but not least, of course, let's talk about some of the mobs. I was able to find some frogs, kind of look like a white frog, so definitely very interesting overall. And I believe slimes also spawn in this biome, so definitely very nice. As I've mentioned already, we have received a brand new tree type, the Mangrove Tree. This one is pretty cool to be honest. I believe one of the first tree with some roots, so definitely a very nice addition to Minecraft. Also I gotta mention, these actually look very exotic and just very complicated, so a little bit of a different tree style for Minecraft, so pretty happy with this one. Now of course let's take a look at all of the different blocks. We have the Mangrove Blocks, of course the Mangrove Wood, planks, and so on, and of course all of the different things you can craft right here. So we have the brand new Mangrove boat with a chest of course, we have the trapdoor, the door, and just some other stuff as well. So definitely a very nice brand new wood type, very happy with it, really nice color to be honest. I really do like the door, I think it looks really fantastic, so just a really great addition. With this update we have also received a brand new sapling. This one is pretty cool to be honest. It can either be grown in the water or of course on land with bone meal as an example right here, so pretty awesome to be honest. You can find these on the mangrove trees, so definitely very happy with this. We have also received a brand new block right here, the mud block. This one is pretty cool to be honest because it can actually be converted into clay, so definitely very happy with it. This one can be used to create mud bricks, packed mud of course, and some other blocks as well, so definitely very happy with it. So next up let's talk about the second brand new biome, which is going to be the deep dark biome. This one on its own is kind of boring, but it of course has the possibility of generating ancient cities, which is pretty awesome to be honest. These are of course a brand new structure in Minecraft, which are very impressive, at least in my personal opinion, and of course we're going to be talking about those in a few minutes. For now let's talk about the deep dark. So this brand new biome features a variety of brand new blocks. Of course all of these are kind of Sculk related. We have the regular Sculk block. This one is quite cool. If you actually mine this block you can get some experience points, which I think is kind of cool, so definitely a brand new way of gaining experience points. The second block we can talk about is the Sculk Catalyst. This one is quite interesting since this block has a brand new feature. If you kill a mob within the range of this block, this one actually grows Sculk related blocks where the mob died, so once again a very interesting brand new block type right here. The next block we have is going to be the Sculk Shrieker block. To make it very simple with this one has the ability to summon a Warden. This one is a little bit more complex than that, but we're going to keep it as short as possible, so that's the basic explanation for this one. And the last block we have is going to be Sculk Vein, which is well kind of similar to Snow. I don't really think this one has much of like a purpose right here, but overall definitely the least interesting one right here. And now of course let's talk about the brand new structure, which is going to be the ancient city. This one is pretty impressive and definitely one of my favorite structures in Minecraft. They just look really fantastic. They have lots of different blocks. There's like some different redstone puzzles that you can solve, which is very nice. You can find them right here in this area, which is just really amazing. Of course there's also some different loot which you can find, and of course all of the different things I've just mentioned for the deep dark biome apply here as well, since like I said at the beginning, for the deep dark biome it has the possibility of actually generating an ancient city. So of course the same things apply for this one, which is just pretty cool. So next up let's talk about some brand new items. We have received of course a brand new boat type, the Mangrove boat, and of course the chest boat. So as you can see right here, this is going to be the chest boat, pretty much just a chest on a boat which allows you to store some items. Once you actually destroy the boat, of course all of the items will be dropped, so definitely keep that in mind, but I think it's still a very nice addition. We have received a brand new music disc. This is music disc number 5. For this one you actually have to find 9 fragments from of course the ancient city in order to rebuild this one, so definitely quite a nice task I guess. The next item we have is going to be the goat horn. This one can be dropped dropped by a goat once it ramps into something like stone. So I guess quite an interesting item right here. The Echo Shard, of course, which can be found in the ancient cities. This one can be used to craft a recovery compass, which actually tells you where you last died. So definitely a very useful item, and I believe those are most of the brand new items which we had to talk about. So we have received, of course, some brand new mobs within this update as well. Let's take a look at those. The first mob we can talk about is going to be the Allay. I didn't really understand this mob too well, so I will try to somehow explain it still, but if I do make a mistake with this one, I apologize. I didn't really understand how this mob functions. So as far as I'm aware, this mob tries to find dropped items or blocks for a player, and it depends on what item the player has given this mob. So as an example, if I have a diamond right here and I give the mob the diamond, then of course the Allay will try to find diamonds within a certain range. So I think that's pretty much what this mob does. I'm not 100% sure. I believe this mob has 10 hearts, so definitely quite an interesting mob overall, and that's pretty much all I have for this one. So the next mob we have received is going to be the frog. There's 3 different variants for this one. We have, of course, an orange variant, which can be found in the old swamp biome. We have the green variant, which can actually be bred by taking a tadpole to, of course, a cold biome and then just letting it grow up, so you will receive a green frog. And the last one we have is going to be the kind of like white one, which can be found, of course, in the mangrove biome. So definitely very interesting. If you want to breed the frogs, you have to use a slime ball and, of course, feed it to them. Once you did that, they will actually lay some eggs. In this case, of course, they will lay them in the water, and after a while they will grow into tadpoles, which is quite nice. And of course, depending on the temperature of the biome, the tadpoles will then grow into a frog. So that's pretty much all about the frog right here. I believe this one has 5 hearts, so not a bad mob right here. The next mob we have, of course, is the tadpole. This one has 3 hearts, and that's pretty much all I have for this one. I believe these are hunted by axolotls, so you shouldn't put them together. Definitely something to keep in mind, and you can actually put these into a water bucket and then, of course, bring them to the location where you want to breed the frogs. So once again, I guess kind of a cool feature. The next mob we have is going to be the Warden. This one is probably the most powerful mob in the game. I believe this one has 250 hearts, so very powerful as far as I'm aware, which is really crazy to be honest, and that's pretty much all I have for this one. This one is also immune to lava and knockback, so definitely something to keep in mind, and this one also doesn't slow down on water, so once again, something to keep in mind. This one is pretty strong. And I believe those were all of the brand new features of the Minecraft 1.19 update. Also, there's definitely one more thing I wanted to mention. You can actually use the frogs to get a pretty awesome item, the Froglight. The frogs, of course, in this case, attack magma cubes, so definitely something very unique right here, and something I forgot to mention a little bit earlier on. There's definitely one more thing I have to mention. Depending on the frog variant that you have, if it's an orange frog, a green frog, or of course the white frog, you will get a different Froglight, so once again, something that is quite important and something I definitely should have mentioned earlier. Anyways, I really hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Hopefully this was helpful. Hopefully this was kind of interesting. I really hope that I included most of the features for the 1.19 wild update for Minecraft. Thank you for watching today's episode, and I will see you, of course, in the next video. Bye, guys.